321.
From the studios of the Autism Channel in Palm Beach, this is the Autism Channel World News with Tracy Cooper.
We begin in the federal courts, where a judge has approved class action status for a lawsuit against a major healthcare provider. Members of Providence Health Plan are filing suit against the provider over coverage, or lack thereof, of applied behavioral analysis, or ABA therapy. According to Federal District Judge Michael H. Simon, quote, "The court finds that plaintiffs and all putative class members subscribe to Providence's group plan. The group plan contains an identical provision, the developmental disability exclusion, that Providence concedes will continue to be applied to requests for ABA therapy going forward unless enjoined by this court. All putative class members, therefore, have an interest in receiving an answer to the question of whether the developmental disability exclusion is legal." As a class action lawsuit, this means all affected members of the plan will be eligible to receive relief, not just the individuals who initially filed suit. Providence has refused to cover ABA therapy, considering autism a, quote, uncovered developmental disability. This news comes on the heels of JP Morgan Chase announcing its healthcare plans would include ABA. Last month, we reported on the use of some unorthodox disciplinary methods in schools. In Prince Edward Island, the provincial legislature challenged the use of placing children with autism in isolation rooms without informing parents or gaining consent. And in New York, schools have come under fire for allegedly sending children to hospital ERs and using those as isolation rooms. The issue of isolation and restraint in school is a growing concern, one that has attracted interest from the University of New Hampshire. In their study, they found that students with disabilities are twice as likely to be restrained or isolated in wealthy, less diverse schools than in poorer, diverse schools. UNH researchers studied data from the U.S. Department of Education and the Census Bureau and found what they called exceedingly high rates of isolation and restraint took place in certain school districts. Furthermore, students with disabilities such as autism were much more likely to be restrained in school, 2.6 cases for every 100 students with disabilities, compared to just 0.1 for every 100 typically developing students. After the break, we take a closer look at chromosomes, giving back to grandparents, and a man making music on the spectrum. All this when the Autism Channel World News continues.
Autism World News will continue with Tracy Cooper right after this.
Coach Dave is David Geslick. He's an expert in autism fitness.
What's your name?
Rowan.
Rowan. Okay. He is the youngest boy I've ever worked with.
Yes.
How old are you?
6.
6.
The magic that happens between Dave and Rowan is simply mesmerizing to watch. Coach Dave, only on the Autism Channel. A brand new, direct from Western University, Autism Perspectives. Children with siblings on the spectrum, adults on the spectrum, parents with children on the spectrum.
But there's like this place, it's called Scooter's Jungle. It has like bouncers and a very big slide, and that's where he loves to go, and it helps him get more exercise. My brother only plays with technology. He doesn't even open his toys.
For me, for somebody to be autistic and different and not, I guess, what I thought of as normal at the time, that was just very scary.
And their siblings help them with that. Then we're looking into the future and we think what's going to happen to them when they get older. How is their future going to look like?
It's only on the Autism Channel.
Here again is Tracy Cooper.
Males with 2 X chromosomes may be more likely to develop not only autism, but also schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. Most people have 23 pairs of chromosomes, among them the sex-determining chromosomes. In women, this is 2 X chromosomes. In males, it is the XY chromosome pair. However, some males have 2 X chromosomes in addition to the Y chromosome. This is a condition known as the Klinefelter syndrome. According to the Journal of Psychiatric Research, men with this condition are 4 times more likely to be diagnosed with schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. They are also 6 times more likely to be diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder. This research could implicate the X chromosome's role in autism. Autism support can be multi-generational. Bonnie Malkin Gilman has founded the Grandparent Autism Network, dedicated to providing support for grandparents of children on the spectrum. According to Gilman, quote, "Grandparents are a particularly vulnerable group. They want to jump in and save the day. They want to fix everything in a short period of time." The network addresses concerns many grandparents may face, such as grieving, caretaking, and financial support. You can visit their website at ganinfo.org. And finally, just down the road from our West Palm Beach headquarters, a man on the autism spectrum is sharing his special interest with the world. You could say Phil Mann is a real music man. For the last 40 years, he's mastered not only the piano, but the saxophone, guitar, and mallet percussion too. Phil has Asperger's and has referred to his home studio as a refuge from the real world. But he hasn't let that stop him from pursuing his dreams and playing live music in bands throughout the South Florida area, sharing his musical abilities with the real world. Music is not only a common special interest for people on the spectrum, but it can often be a very rewarding one too. Not just for the person, but also for listeners. If you have a child on the spectrum and you haven't done so yet, consider making music a part of his or her life. It could pay big dividends for quality of life and for a developing mind. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
It's like an information buffet. Select your favorite and watch on your schedule. This is the Autism Channel.